attack, let's take a look at the escape. So we're going to look at two defenses. They're really similar in concept, so I showed them together. They only have a few differences. So whenever someone is attempting to footlock me, the first step of the defense, and one that's a little bit, if anything, hard to see on the video, is to put on the boot. So as soon as Conan scoops it up and starts to sit to the foot, to sit to the single leg X position, I'm going to take my leg and kick it straight. Kick it straight, okay? So I want to extend my knee, and I'm pulling my toes back hard towards me. Go ahead and finish. Like this just buys me time, okay? It makes my leg difficult to bend. Of course, if Conan keeps working to bend my leg, eventually he'll get it, but this is gonna buy me time to move his feet, and then I can get back into a safer position. So I begin by putting the boot on. Leg straight, toes come back at me hard, and I'm flexing my leg really strongly. I'm gonna sit up, and I'm gonna take my hand, and I'm gonna peel my partner's toes off of me, push them on the ground, and then I sit on his foot to kind of pin it for a moment. In my other hand, I want to push on his knee. Okay, I'm going to scoot wide around and jump over his knee side. Post, scoot wide up and around. And so I'm jumping into almost like an S mount. Okay, this is a little bit odd, but when I land on top of my partner, I don't want to be straight on like I'm mounted. If I am straight on, then it's actually really easy for Conan to bump me and then reposition himself in single leg X. So it's super easy for him to, like, if you bridge, he can just like put his knee through the middle and get right back to the position. So I want to make sure that I get to mount, but I am turned. And so it's essentially like my hamstring sits on Conan's rib cage. And now if my partner bumps, like I'm really stable, can you bump a bunch? Like, see, like he can't put a knee in under me, okay? And so this is where I have to stay until I either break his grip or until he lets go of the footlock grip. If you stay straight on, you can get into trouble as your partner just resets the position. So, boot on, okay? Sit up, peel the foot, sit on the foot. I'm gonna push the thigh kind of like down and in, go out, I post out wide so that I can go out wide and around his leg. And I'm trying to climb to the top, okay? And I'm turning so that I have a really sideways mount on my partner. And look, he dropped his grip, so I like pull the elbow, and now I can come back to a more traditional mount, okay? But I don't wanna go back to a straight on mount until my partner has let go of this grip, or until I make him let go. And one way that we can make it hard for him to hold on is like grab his elbow, pull it up, and then straighten my arm through. And it's really uncomfortable for him to hold, okay? And usually you'll be able to get back to a more normal mount at that point. Let's look at the second variation, okay? Essentially, we're doing the same things, right? We're gonna put the boot on, and then I'm gonna remove his feet from my body. I'm just gonna accomplish it a little bit differently. Okay, so as my partner goes, put the boot on. Instead of using my hands to peel, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fake a spin, okay? So I'm gonna act like I'm gonna spin to my belly. Don't actually spin to your belly, but like I step through, and then I basically bring my leg back. So I close my heel so that I bite my leg on Conan's leg and open. Okay, so I've taken one of his legs off me. Now I need to take this foot off my hip, okay? And to do that, I put my hands on the mat and I get up and I turn my body. And then I walk in hand over hand and I wind up again in this sideways mount, making sure that I don't straighten out until I've dealt with this arm, okay? Okay, so put the boot on, so legs straight, pulling my toes back strongly, right? Fake a spin, step through, catches, really be careful, don't kick your partner in the face when you do this, okay? So flex, open, right? Go turn belly down essentially. And what happens is when I turn belly down, my partner's foot kind of gets shucked off of my abdomen. Like even if he tries to keep your foot there. It just kind of takes the profile of my body away, and then I walk in hand over hand, okay? So last thing, you should not, as a rule, spin out of straight footlocks, okay? Your partner is not applying any twisting pressure to your leg usually, okay? And so we want to defend a straight footlock linearly, okay? And if you do spin, often you actually just give your partner an opportunity to progress to the best finish, which is the belly down finish, okay? And so if I were to, if I just get stupid or whatever and go to momentarily spin, and actually spin, what's gonna happen is Conan's gonna follow me, and then he's gonna stop, belly down, and he's gonna arch into the footlock here, okay? And Conan has way more ability to arch here, okay? So what I've essentially done is gifted my partner the best finishing position for the footlock, okay? And that's why one of the things, I talked briefly about it, when we're doing the footlock finish, Conan's going to arch into the ground. So even if I don't let him turn, he's still gonna be, using his body as if he were going into the ground, right? That's the strongest angle to finish from. Okay, so I definitely don't want to slingshot us into the position that is strongest for my partner to finish. So I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna be doing everything I can, right? Maybe grabbing collars and stuff to keep my partner in line with me and stop him from being able to rotate into that belly down finish. Okay, so that's one reason to never spin out of the footlock. Also, you can kind of hurt yourself. Like if Conan's biting super tightly on my foot and I go to spin and he doesn't, well, I can wrench my own leg because my foot's not twisting very fast, but the rest of my leg is, okay? And so I'm kind of doing like a really, really sloppy twisting leg lock to myself, okay? Now it's unlikely that you'll be able to do that unless you really throw yourself into the roll, but that's possible. So straight leg locks, in general, I want to defend them mostly linearly, okay? And twisting leg locks are the ones where you might do a lot of spinning or rotating to relieve the pressure, okay? Don't spin out of straight foot locks.